Hello everybody and welcome to the WildWeiler Weekly Wrap. As always, I am WildWeiler. Have you ever had one of those weeks where you did a whole bunch of things and you can't remember any of them except for like one, and then on Monday you have to record a vlog that has a very specific 3-topic sort of pattern, and you can only really remember one topic? Because that's the kind of week I had, which means that this is gonna be a vlog that has one real topic and two topics that I just sort of make up and go with, you know, general ad-lib content. The thing I can remember is on Saturday, I went to a demolition derby. Now, for those of you that don't know, a demolition derby is a sort of rural motorsport where you buy the $300-est vehicle you can find and you crash it into other $300-ish vehicles until only one is left running. It's an event full of danger. Suspense. And romance. I had a bunch of fun, it was great, it's been a long time since I'd been to one, and it was a nice change of pace just to see a whole bunch of crazy cars crashing into each other and a whole bunch of people wearing really, really weird t-shirts because it was a county fair, and boy do people wear weird t-shirts these days. I'm not gonna get into it, but what the heck? People, like, well, you're putting that on your body. Anyways. That does it for things I can remember this week. So now we're gonna do the two made-up topics. The first random topic is more a homekeeping, sort of housekeeping thing. I'm looking to expand the content offerings here in the Weiler Dome. And that means I want to try some like unscripted sort of tabletop role-playing thing with some other furry VTuber nonsense thrown in. And what I need is your suggestions for sort of single session, one-shot tabletop, mostly RPGs, but you know, like any sort of collective storytelling game will really work for this. I already know a lot of really good ones to try. Basically anything made by Grant Howitt seems to be pretty solid. That being said, while I do want to get to those at some point, that would be stealing Ox Ventures' whole one-shot wonder business, so I need to have some sort of ones that they haven't done yet to sprinkle in, and that way, you know, maybe we can get some sort of differentiation on our content here, because I don't want to seem like I'm just copying somebody else and playing all the same one-shot RPGs they've been playing. Those are all great, they're all unhinged, but I really would like to hear any other suggestions you have out there for sort of games that can be played in one shot. I was thinking about doing something like Railroad Inc., which might be easy to play with, you know, multiple people. I could probably make a, like, little box and whatnot, but we will have to see. But please, if you have any ideas of fun games that would work in that format, put them in the comments, I beg of you. Finally, as is tradition, in weeks where I don't have good topics, I've scoured the internet for the best, most quality misinformation that I can debug. And oddly enough, this one isn't apparently misinformation, but I thought it was. So we're gonna go back in time, not using a psychic blast because I'm not the emperor yet, and I can't psychic blast us back in time, so we're gonna have to use our imagination to go back to the 1980s. Now, in the 80s, American fast food brand A&W was looking to compete with its competitors, which had just announced a never-before-offered burger, namely the Quarter Pounder. A&W decided to up the ante by offering a full third pound of American fatty beef for the same price as its competitor's Quarter Pounder burger. And as the story goes, none of these sold. Like they were having a hard time moving them. Nobody was buying them. And the reason, according to the rumor on the internet, is that people thought a third of a pound was smaller than a quarter of a pound and were therefore getting a smaller hamburger for the same price. Okay. Now, when I first encountered this story, I did not believe it. I didn't believe it. I did not believe it. You want to know why I didn't believe it? Because I don't know anybody who thinks a half of something is smaller than a quarter of something. Therefore, I have a hard time believing that en masse, people are going to think a third of something is smaller than a quarter of something. Well, oddly enough, according to A&W's own website, that's what their focus groups found, is that people just thought they were getting a smaller hamburger for the same price and didn't actually know that a third of something is bigger than a quarter of something. Now, that seems to button this up, but to add a little conspiracy theory sprinkling in here, I will say this. Boy, is calling us all stupid kind of a convenient out for A&W when the alternative is for them to admit that their hamburger sucked. So, maybe don't trust them, because I'm still out on this one, to be entirely honest. Because A&W's choices here are to call all of us stupid, or admit that they made a third-pound hamburger that nobody wanted to buy. And frankly, I think I know which one I believe. That's Reaganomics, I guess. It was the 80s. Anyways, that does it for this week. Last week on the channel, I did a Black Skyland stream. This one had several funny instances of enemies just taking care of themselves. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Ah! Oh, he blew himself up. Oh my gosh. That was so perfect. Oh man, that was so perfect. Oh, I love this game. I will be streaming that game again sometime this week. I haven't quite worked it out. Probably Thursday at 6, but it could be a different day. As soon as I know, I'll put the live event here on YouTube, so just check that out. Additionally, on Wednesday, there will be another Warhammer 40k Bolt kind of episode. That series is doing well, and I hope you all like it. Additionally, I released the message from the Emperor that interrupted last week's weekly wrap as its own video. It's doing crazy well. If you subscribed because of that video and are watching this now, thank you for being here. This is the format of the vlog where I just talk about stuff, and my producer informs me that the Deep Space Weiler Dome time node probe thing is capable of receiving future messages from the future. So I'm told that it could happen at any moment, and there might be another message. So stay tuned, because, who knows what's going on out there in the future. Anyways, I have been WildWeiler. As always, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.